Good evening, David Curnow with ABC News. It's been revealed just how close Brisbane and Ipswich came to flooding equal to the record 1893 disaster. The inquiry into the Queensland floods has heard Wivenhoe Dam engineers were saved by a matter of hours from unleashing a wall of water that would have had catastrophic consequences.
For the third day in a row, the chief engineer for Wivenhoe Dam gave evidence at the Commission of Inquiry. Rob Eyre gave an in-depth account of what happened on the 11th of January, the day that for the first time Wivenhoe Dam reached its top flood alert level, W4. The inquiry heard the unprecedented inflows to the dam forced engineers to open the floodgates. At 1 p.m, 4,250 cubic metres of water per second were being released. 2 hours later, it had topped 5,000. By 7:30, it had reached a peak of more than 7,000. The inquiry heard the engineers were reassessing the situation every half hour, but the water in Wivenhoe Dam was still rising so rapidly they were seriously considering increasing the release of water to 10,000 cubic metres per second. SEQ Water requested modelling from the Bureau of Meteorology on the potential effects on Brisbane and Ipswich, and the warning was dire. Mr Eyre told the court they made reference to the 1893 event. It would have been a very significant magnitude flood. In the end, the engineers brought the situation under control. Brisbane's flood in January peaked at 4.46 metres, almost half the peak of 1893. Inquiry Commissioner Catherine Holmes asked Mr Eyre if there'd be benefits in lowering dam levels during extreme wet seasons. Mr Eyre replied, "I think the seasonal outlooks from the Bureau of Meteorology are very good in providing awareness, but they don't necessarily identify when those events are likely to occur." In a written submission by SEQ Water, the water supplier said that without Wivenhoe Dam, the flood peak in Brisbane CBD would have been 2 metres higher and affected another 14,000 properties. Late this afternoon, the Bureau of Meteorology's Jim Davidson began his evidence, telling the inquiry that rain forecasts all come down to probabilities. Francine Norton, ABC News, Brisbane.